everyone. Welcome to Story Lords, the prompt-based fiction podcast with 2 prompts, 3 stories and infinite laughter. I've been away for a month. I deserve a bit of, warming up time, you know? So
you were away? I thought this was Jeff doing an impression of you.
I did the perfect impression of Rich last time. I didn't know what I was doing.
Oi, crikey! That's normally the impression. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I said.
Was last episode good?
I don't know.
I didn't have enough time to listen. Get the
Oh, I thought you said you couldn't wait to listen to it. You were like, I can't wait to listen to it.
And then my mum went into the hospital, so I was like, fuck you, mum.
You didn't play it for your mom?
No.
I did a Candle Cousins.
Oh, man, I've got to go and listen to it now.
And it was great, and now you should feel bad.
Yeah.
I'm not going to feel bad.
That's what you should feel bad about.
Yeah, you should feel bad about that.
All right, okay.
Not all the others.
I don't feel bad about anything.
Ever?
Yeah.
No, not even that time I was on that jet ski island.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
What? The jet ski island in Spain. Ibiza.
Ibiza?
I'm Rich Masters, and with me as always is Jeff Pennington.
Hey, everybody.
And Josh Henderson.
Hello.
Sorry, I left a little bit of a gap there, and you tried to get in, and I shut you down. I shut you right down.
That's what happens when Josh gets close to anybody. They leave a little gap, and he tries to get in.
Is that a gap I sense?
This week, correct me if I'm wrong, I think our prompts were horns and counterfeits.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, that is correct.
Princess horns and counterfeit disasters.
You even did it in the right order this time. Holy shit.
I know.
Counterfeit disasters, a.k.a. false flag.
9/11.
9/11.
That's what this podcast is about now, folks. We're going to be talking about false flag operations on our soil.
Wow.
That
will go down incredibly well with everyone.
I like how serious you were. That made me...
All right. So, Jeff, I haven't peed pants in at least a month. I'm
not doing horror, you know that.
I would like a scary story. No, I'm only joking. Tell your fucking story then.
Then who was phone?
It was a story was coming inside the house.
And then when they got out of car handle, hook handle.
Wow.
There it is. Oh, God.
All
it's
right.
like I'm there.
Yeah. I peed pants instantly.
I pee pants when I three pants, I call it that.
It's so hot in here.
I have the air on.
The title of my story is The Missing Melody, Chapter 5, Right Where I Left It. It has double meaning. Think about it.
It's the last place, it's the last place you look.
It's always the last place you look.
Yeah, it couldn't be anywhere else.
The bare light bulb that dimly illuminated the back office of the Asteroid Club as it swung back and forth over our heads cast light that swam from face to face, flashing across expressions and leaving behind the clear afterimage of shocked brightness in my eyes of each one. Whoa. Jack Jones looked mostly annoyed at the entire situation. He had thought there would be more talking and less gun pointing, I think. He looked like that gif of that basketball coach doing the 1,000-yard stare with the bewildered smile. You know the one.
Doc Gooden. Yep.
It's fine I'm referencing this. This show isn't worth staying historically accurate for.
It's not worth much, I'll tell you that.
Jaime Hardaway looked ravenously angry and kept shifting his glare around the room, trying to find the perfect target to rest it on. He continually ended up back at Jones and looked very much like he would leap at him at any second with fists flying. There was also some kind of sexual energy about it as well, but I wasn't going to look any deeper into that. We've got fans to make that fiction, after all.
Yes.
Who doesn't like that basketball coach staring at them and jack off to that? Who doesn't?
Right.
Not me, guys.
Ted Danson, the lowlife who brought us directly into this trap with lies about working for Milton Eggers, was almost panting like a dog looking at a leg of lamb at the thought of the golden shower he was going to be getting at the end of this whole ordeal.
Holy shit.
I assume he was going to use the money Eggers gave him to pay some lady for it, but that was never confirmed. Golden shower
piss
can
is
mean
piss.
be given a lot of money or to be pissed on sexually, you see. It's a good joke if you know that.
Yeah. Agreed.
Thank you. That was great.
The man with the gun leveled at us, called Bart by Eckers, was chewing on his bottom lip nervously and eyeing the room around like a rat caught in a trap, which struck me as kind of odd considering he was the only one that had a gun on them by this point. Whatever.
Great plan, Bart.
Milton Eggers himself was walking a small circle around us, his cigar drooping out of his sloppy old mouth as smoke spewed out of him like a soot factory exclusively operated by orphans.
Victorian
His bare
London.
white legs shone iridescently in the light, but he still made no move to put on a pair of pants, which was honestly getting a little excessive by this point.
He's just fucking hogging it out here.
He stopped back in front of his desk and leaned his giant boxers-covered ass cheeks against it, crossing his arms and tapping a thick, hairy finger on his forearm. So these palookas got the Cross of El Dorado at this bitch-looking one's apartment, yeah? Eggers finally broke the silence, looking over at Danson with a raised brow the thickness of my massive, dripping hog.
Freeing.
That's right, Mr. Eggers, sir. They talked in the car about it, on the way over here even, Danson snapped to, in order to reply, eager as a virgin the first time he saw a titty.
That's what I said.
You and your big fucking mouth, Jones grumbled under his breath, looking down at me with a heavy layer of disapproval across his face. I like to recap. It helps me keep everything straight. I didn't bring my journal, I cried out, slapping a hand over my mouth to stifle my own voice and staring with wide eyes that snapped across the room to Eggers, who was stroking his bulbous chin and paying us no mind. Not even gonna push back against the guy calling you bitch-looking, huh? Hardaway sneered out of the corner of his mouth, making me realize I had just let myself be called a bitch and did nothing. And continued to do nothing going forward, too.
That's bitch made for you.
Shut the fuck up and stop riffing, Bart interrupted us, waving his gun at us. We're trying to move the plot along for once. You, what did you say your name was? Eggers pointed a finger at Danson, blowing smoke out of his nose in his direction as well for further visual clarity, which was thoughtful for the visually impaired in the audience.
Oh, yeah. What does they call that? Aphasia? I don't know.
Danson, sir. Ted Danson. A normal name for a normal man with no reference back in this time, Danson responded, almost saluting. You expect some kind of reward for all this information and people snatching you've been doing for me off my payroll, I bet, yeah? You masterminded this whole debacle, dropped these thinly veiled caricatures into my lap with the location of the cross. You must have a price in mind, right? Eggers said flatly, pulling his cigar from his head puss as opposed to his bottom puss we're all familiar with.
Oh, my God.
Who wrote this?
Evocative.
And began rolling the cigar around in his fingers, phallically. Well, sure, Mr. Eggers. I heard you and your organization was looking for the cross, and I figured I could be of service. My normal employer doesn't really appreciate me, and he's, well, anyway. Danson cut himself off, not wanting to speak any further on information that might get him in trouble. I'd love a reward for bringing you all this good stuff. Sure, here's your reward, then. Eggers reached into the outgoing mail slot of the planter shelf on top of his desk and returned with a gleaming silver revolver, which he pretty much instantly leveled at Danson's chest and squeezed off 2 rounds.
Jeez.
Danson instantly fell to the floor in a heap, blood pouring from his heart onto the bare concrete floor, completely silenced.
Mary
Heaven is
Steenburgen!
Heaven is the highest reward any of us can be given, right, boys?
Praise him.
Eggers scanned our faces for responses, glaring, his fist tightening around the revolver in his hand. We all dutifully nodded, eyes wide and mouths tightly shut. Even Bart, who also had a gun and was in no immediate danger. Right, Eggers continued, placing the gun down on his desk and retrieving his cigar to place back between his lips. Anyway, what was I saying? The cross, Bart said helpfully. Oh yeah, right, the Cross El Dorado, right. Eggers smiled and nodded his head at Bart appreciatively before turning his eyes back to us. A man's open corpse was creating a small wading pool of blood at our feet. You idiots bumblefucked in here with exactly what I was looking for. Now hand that shit over before I perforate you like I did what's-his-face over here.
It's Ted Danson.
Ted Danson, Jones said flatly, then quickly added, a man with a regular name.
In this time.
I don't give a shit about that, Eggers cried out, slamming his fist down on the table. I want the cross! He told you where the cross was already, you fucking walking Christmas ham? Clean the goddamn grease out of your ears, Hardaway spat out.
Whoa.
Finally releasing the pent-up frustration that had been building in his chest the entire time. The bitch-looking one's apartment, remember? Stop recapping for him, I cried out myself, forgetting my situation a little in the process of getting caught up in my own emotions.
This is all for you, Rich, by the way.
Thanks, I do
I thought you loved recapping, Jones said plainly, looking away from us and clicking his teeth. Red face, I just silently seethed at him. Oh yeah, the apartment, Eggers said with a wide toothy grin, revealing a golden tooth near the back of his mouth. I really ought to thank the guy who brought you all to me, but he peered down at the dead body of Danson on the floor between us. I terminated his contract with me already.
Nice.
He didn't work for us, boss, remember? Bart interjected nervously, eyeing the corpse and taking one dainty step away from it to avoid the blood puddle which was ever expanding across the floor at us. Oh shit, who did he work for then? Eggers looked
my God.
Eggers looked between our faces with genuine concern on his own, oblivious to the situation at hand yet again. How the hell should we know? We thought he worked for you before you plugged him. Are you even reading this fucking story? Hardaway lashed out again. You really gotta ask the questions before the bullet, Mac, Jones added. Well, you're not wrong. Well, I guess it must have not been very important, Eggers said absently, scratching his chin with his middle finger. He shook his head. Well, anyway, we're going to take a quick ride back across town in your jalopy. Well, not we. I got a listener's whore mom to dig out like an excavator and leave crying for more in about a half hour.
Holy fuck.
I don't remember which one. They're all a bunch of skanks, skunts, and scallywags anyway.
Skunts!
Right, Jones added plainly. We all fucking know this, Hardaway added himself, annoyance in his voice. I stared, confused to my very fucking core what the hell they were all talking about. But thankfully, the scene started moving forward again before too long, if you can believe it.
I can't.
Anyway, Bart'll take you three back across town to the apartment, secure the cross, and I don't know, probably kill 2 or 3 of you, depending on who can be silenced and who can't, I don't know.
2 or 3.
Eggers said without much thought or feeling behind it, having picked up a bike horn from his desk and began to squeeze it over and over, creating a honking noise with each squeeze that made him giggle to himself quietly.
Of course.
That's more Bart's business. I mostly just get the money at the end. Or in this case, the cross. You get it, yeah? Yeah, Jones said with a roll of his eyes. We always get it. He's using fucking 4th grade vocabulary. Of course we get it. I don't get what this dude's goddamn deal is. What's even with the horn? Hardaway spat out, almost fumingly angry now. All right, get the fuck out. The sloppy bottom bitch is on her way anyway. Eggers waved towards the door, and Bart jumped into action, turning around us and ushering us towards the office exit like a well-trained sheepdog, hustling us like lambs to the slaughter or whatever. The analogies can't always be insightful and clever. Sometimes they just are.
True.
Fair.
It was a long walk back to the car, and we were all silent during it, except for Hardaway, who kept saying stuff like, "This fucking sucks!" and "We aren't even gonna stop for ice cream anymore, are we?" and "Fuck!" the whole way. One long, tense, silent, gunpoint-filled car ride later, and we were back where we'd started the evening. I had taken the time to lock my apartment up tighter than usual since we'd been there last, under the false hope that another stupidly named gunman wouldn't be waiting to ambush one of our dumbasses in the kitchen this time.
Woody Harrelson.
But I guess that's never a guarantee in life. I think my dad told me something along those lines when I was a kid. Anyway, I'd used the main lock that the apartment key was used for, but also the specialty lock that Melody and I had installed ourselves, just in case one of us had to be home alone for any extended period of time. Having to take the extra time to unlock... Having to take the extra time to unlock the second lock made Bart antsy. And he tried to press the gun into my lower back to make me hurry, but had moved the gun too low to overcompensate for my height, and had pushed the barrel directly into my left ass cheek.
Oh, at least they didn't go between, am I right?
But I didn't say anything because this night didn't need to be any more embarrassing. Instead, we all four made our way into the apartment, which was very much exactly the way we had left it, complete with drawers and cushions and papers strewn across the floors and a blood stain in the corner where Hardaway had stabbed Danson. The second worst thing that had entered his body that night, presumably, but who knows how he got down in his private life before. Rest in peace, though, I guess.
I bet some pee got in his mouth. That's, like, pretty bad.
All of you against the wall, Bart spat out, motioning with the end of his pistol's barrel towards the wall with the door to the kitchen. At least it's a different wall this time, Jones said flatly. Will you stop quipping already? I don't want the last thing I ever hear to be a smug one-liner, I spat out, genuinely so tired of my compatriot's shit that I was debating on provoking Bart to see if I could get put out of my fucking misery first.
Damn.
The cross... Now, Bart said, frustrated. On the mantel, in the violin case, I said dejectedly, eyes on the floor. I felt pain welling up in the pit of my stomach, which threatened to make me vomit suddenly. I felt powerless in that moment, like I'd let Melody down worse than ever before somehow. Bart moved with practiced grace, silently and smoothly, his gun never losing its perfect aim on my back. Across the room, he went to the mantel and flipped the violin case open with one hand. He reached inside, his eye only shifting to look in once, enough for him to know where to grab, and then the cross was in his hand and out in the open air once more. It glinted in 1,000 facets, in the buzzing halogen lights of my apartment, even more radiant than before. All right, you lot of corpses, Bart began. Can I go to the shitter? Hardaway interjected loudly. We all turned to look at him, various levels of shocked. What? I muttered out. Can I go to the shitter? The bathroom, the head, the loo, the piss water slide. Can I go to the goddamn shitter? Hardaway responded with vitriol.
The Wiz Palace.
Each word dripping with it more than the last. Brother, I'm about to blow your fucking brains out with this pistol. Why are you so worried about taking a dump? Bart said with a twisted grin on his long, gaunt features, keeping the gun trained on Hardaway as he spoke. Well, look at it this way. Do you want to be the one to squeeze the trigger if I'm going to shit my pants like a toddler the instant it happens?
Yep, true.
I've been holding this gusher in for hours at this point, my man. It's going to be like a tidal wave, and I fear for your safety even more than my own at this point. Hardaway reasoned out, motioning with his hands as he did. The hand gesture for gusher was especially graphic.
What is he doing? How did he do it?
Jesus fucking Christ, fine, Bart shouted, trying to stop the description more than anything. He motioned towards the bathroom door at the other end of the kitchen. Go, fucking go. But I'm going to be right out here, and if you so much as shit a funny turd in there, I'm going to light you up like the 4th of July. Got it? This is what my life story has been reduced to, huh? Negotiating for potty time for the dumbest fucker who ever walked the face of the earth? Wow. Jones grumbled to himself, shrugging his arms out and looking up to the heavens as if he was beseeching God himself. Just go already, Bart screamed, causing all three of us to jump. But Hardaway dutifully went, waddling off towards the bathroom like a penguin holding an egg. He slammed the door behind him and then slammed the toilet lid open even louder. If I had even the slightest inkling I would have made it out alive beyond that night, I probably would have been pretty pissed off he was treating my porcelain that way, but the point was pretty moot by then.
Yeah, you shit in it, man. Like, you treated it pretty badly.
You two, stand in the kitchen, right in front of me, now! Bart motioned yet again with his pistol for us to stand in front of him, and Jones and I exchanged distant glances before we complied. We stood in the middle of the tiny kitchenette, shoulder to shoulder, or as close as I could get, considering, and pretty much took up the whole space. It was so small. Oh, fuck, that's good. Jesus, fellas, you don't even know, Hardaway called from within the bathroom. We don't need the fucking commentary, Bart screamed back. How about this instead then, bitch? Hardaway yelled from behind the door, and from underneath it came skidding along the kitchen floor, between Bart's legs and across the beat-up old linoleum to skid into a stop in front of Jones, a tiny, snub-nosed purse revolver. What the? Bart began, but the door to the bathroom was violently kicked open into his back, sending him flailing forward and to the side, crashing into the cabinets with the full weight of his tall, gaunt form. Hardaway had kicked the door with all of his might and bought us about a half a second. But that's all that Jones needed. He scooped up the tiny pistol, wrapped both his hands around the little grit, aimed it at Bart, and squeezed off all 3 rounds of the pea shooter directly into his head, sending a spray of hot red blood flying up the cabinets in a wide fan. Smoke raised from the little barrel as Bart folded over himself and face planted into the floor, leaving only a bleeding heap. Holy shit! How? I managed to mutter out after a moment of tense, ringing silence, looking between Jones and Hardaway for an answer. Search me. How the hell did you manage to hide a pistol from those bozos, Hardaway? Or did you have it stored in the bathroom from before or something? Jones asked, gazing with amazement at the little Derringer in his hands. Oh, I had it shoved up my ass. I always keep one up there when I'm on a case for insurance, Hardaway responded plainly.
Yeah,
that is so unsafe. I can't even...
He had the safety on. No, he didn't.
There's no safety on
No. What the fuck? Jones yelled out at the exact second I yelled out, oh my god, in abject disgust. As our overlapping screams of horror echoed around the room, Jones released the little pistol, letting it fall to the floor with a small metallic clatter, and then quickly yanked up one of my dish towels, rubbing his hands on it as hard as he could. What the fuck is wrong with you? I screamed out about the same time Jones had yelled, you sick fuck! Our voices overlapping once more.
That dude got shot with shit bullets. Think about that.
It was in a fucking plastic baggie. Come on, grow up, was Hardaway's only response.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes it better.
About a half hour later, and a dozen hand washings later, we had reconvened in the living room. We had propped Bart's body up in the corner on some stacked couch cushions, his head slumped onto his left shoulder and bleeding profusely onto my floor, though we were well past that making any difference. The 3 of us stood in the line, staring at him, brows knitted and thoughts racing, each in our own head. Jones rubbed at his chin, one hand shoved into his overcoat pocket. I was wringing my hands, trying desperately to think of some way, any way, not to go to jail for the rest of my life, for accessory to murder. Hardaway was rubbing his ass idly, trying to escape the pain of the jagged edges of a Derringer coming back out the way they'd come in.
Good God.
Well, we can't stay here, Jones finally broke the silence. We've been here for too long as it is. Your neighbors definitely heard that gun go off, if they didn't hear the struggle earlier. We gotta pack up the cross and get while the getting's good. We can't just leave a dead body in my living room, I cried out, motioning with both hands at Bart's crumbled corpse, which had slumped so far to the left it looked like he was mostly laying down at this point. If the cops are on their way, they're gonna find him and think I killed him. Which is funny, because you're like the only one who didn't kill him. It was my ass gun, and Jones pulled the trigger, Hardaway said with a chuckle, shaking his head to himself. Don't fucking remind me, Jones grimaced. Well, we take the dearly departed Bart with us then. We dump the body, we make some kind of suicide pact if any one of us spills the beans, bada bing, bada boom, we're scot-free. Maybe we get some pancakes after. Who's with me? Hardaway perked up at his own mention of pancakes, smiling broadly as he looked at both of us. I'm gonna go to jail for the rest of my life, aren't I? I asked distantly, staring wide-eyed 1,000 yards away, my whole body shaking a little. They'll get into your gun pouch in no time, too, Jones said flatly.
Won't be a Derringer.
I'm gonna grab the cross so we can load up Mr. Personality over here into the car and skedaddle. I don't think there's anything we can do about the bloodstains. That's just gonna have to be evidence. Don't worry, pal. Prison isn't so bad, or so a lot of my old clients tell me anyway. Hardaway trailed off. I stood stock still, trying my damnedest not to start crying. Jones knelt down next to Bart, reaching into his jacket where he'd stored the Cross of El Dorado and returning with it clutched in his hand. It shimmered and danced in the dim light once more, catching my eye in its reverie. But Jones wasn't looking at it with the same reverence. He turned it over in his hand with squinting eyes once, twice, 3 times, before he stood back up and held it up to the light. What's wrong now? I asked, breath finally finding its way back into my chest somehow. Well, I got the good news and bad news, fellas, Jones said distantly, holding the cross back down towards us, his palm open. Which one do you want first?
No.
Oh, man, I never know which one to pick. Does the bad news involve the words terminal or dysfunction? Hardaway interjected.
My God.
I ignored him and interjected myself. Oh, God. Good news. We might as well have some good news for a change. All right, Jones began, forcing a half-baked smile into his face. Well, we don't have to worry anymore about somebody stealing the Cross of El Dorado from us. Pretty cool, huh?
Yep.
What? I asked earnestly. Well, that does tie into the bad news. This ain't the Cross of El Dorado. Jones flipped the cross over in his hand. The hell are you babbling about? It's a big gold cross with a bunch of red jewels all over it. They make a bunch of that motherfucker and not bother advertising the rollout? Hardaway grumbled out, crossing his arms over his chest in a huff. Look, Shitlock Holmes, Jones pointed to a cluster. Jones pointed to a cluster of large red jewels in the very center of the cross, where the arms of it met in the middle. There's 3 jewels here in a triangle pattern. The cross had 4 in a square before. This is counterfeit. He held the cross out towards me at this point and deposited it into my hand unceremoniously. Not to mention it weighs like half as much as it did a few hours ago. This ain't even real gold. I couldn't argue it. The cross I held in my hand was much, much lighter than before, and the jewels were in strange configurations compared to how I'd remembered it. I handed it over dutifully to Hardaway, who hefted it up and down in his hand and frowned a deep frown in response, shaking his head. So, somebody broke in here, again I might add, for the 3rd goddamn time, and switched out the cross with a fake? When? And better yet, why? What possible fucking reason could there be for that? Hardaway.
It has to be Melody, because the door was locked.
Hardaway frustratedly added, handing the false cross back to Jones quickly as if disgusted by it. Beats me, for now anyway, Jones responded. Well, I got another problem with this, I added, reaching into my pocket and returning with my set of keys. I rustled through my office key from work, my mailbox key, my parents' house key, and my regular house key, to the small blue-silver key at the end of the ring, holding it up to the light to show the other 2. This is the key to the extra lock on the door, the one you 2 wouldn't stop bitching at me for taking so long to open. This ain't really the time to be whining about our decorum, Mac, Jones interjected.
I agree. He's kind of being a bitch right now.
Get fucking real, Hardaway added. No, you absolute fucking buffoons, I started, anger welling up in me, but I pushed it back down before it exploded out. Look, that lock was special. Melody and I installed it together ourselves. There are only 2 keys that open it in the entire world. Mine and hers. Yeah? Jones ushered me on. Well, when we got here, the door was still locked. There was no sign of further breaking and entering, no lock busted, no window broken, no nothing, I said, staring at the small key in my hand distantly. Whoever switched out the cross for a counterfeit, whoever was here while we were gone, they had Melody's key. Oh, Hardaway said absently, staring at me with eyes without a thought behind them. A full 10 seconds of silence passed. Then he yelled, "Oh, wait, shit!" To be continued.
It's a ghost!
So you're telling me a ghost did it?
I really like that Josh figured out the lock before I said it the story. That makes me happy that I've left the clues well enough.
Oh, yeah.
I'm no Shitlock Holmes. I'm Shitcock
Bones.
Bones.
Shitcock Bones.
She stole everything but my shitcock bones.
Well, Josh is, he's definitely, in private, he's definitely more disparaging of women than the other two of us. So,
God damn, thrown right under the bus for literally no reason.
Well, guys, it was nice being on any show.
Dumb broads, I believe he calls them.
Yeah.
But he's talking about the show Broad City, so it's fine.
Yeah. At least I didn't call him skunts. Jeez.
That's true.
Jeez, yeah. Well, neither did Jeff, technically.
Perhaps I went too far in a few places.
Perhaps I've gone too far.
Oh, man, that was funny.
Great. I don't want to follow that, so good.
Tough
good job.
shit, because
Yeah,
you're
you do have
next.
to, though.
Fucking shit.
I really liked the 2 pages of re-establishing.
Yeah.
That was very funny.
That was great. I was like, oh my god, how far is he gonna go?
I was like, I would need to sort of reestablish at the beginning of every story what has happened in the last one, because that's almost always a story in between. So it's been like a month since people heard about this story, and I was like, it'd be really funny if Eggers just isn't paying attention to what's going on.
I love it.
One of my absolute favourite tropes of this show is characters in the story realising how absurd the story is. It's just absolutely one of my favourite things, because they are just as mad as us.
It gets to a point where even the characters can't deny the stupidity of this show.
Right, on that note, let's take a break, and we'll be right back for a trip to Daranos. Hello, we're back. Hope you had a good listening. I was going to say break, but it shouldn't be a break. You should sit at your computer and with your phone and listen to that sweet piece of Henderson music. That's all you should be doing.
I hope you didn't get in a car accident jamming to that sick song I just put in there. Don't get in a car accident.
Yeah, don't do that. That'd be really bad for you.
Yeah,
it's your fault if it happens.
Yeah, Storylords takes no liability for any car accidents we cause through listening to a podcast.
Through laughter or disgust or threeing yourself.
Unless we put our hand out of the phone and take the wheel and swerve you into oncoming traffic, we are not responsible.
Don't tell them my secret superpower.
It's so specific.
It was only discovered in 2007 when phones started existing and podcasting happened.
Right. It is time for a hop, skip, and a jump to Daranos.
Yeah, my story. Did you tell us your story's title, Jeff?
Ja Rule is on the podcast?
Baby girl, tell me a title.
Yeah, it was called Right Where I Left It.
That's right. Melody, got it, I remember. Mine is called Forever Looking Over Chodes, cool.
Okay, but why?
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Grawl's nightlife was like any other city's nightlife. The shamblers wandered around drunk and high. The prostitutes in the Red All-Sea district set up their windows for a single copper. You could peep a tit. Kids were out doing fun crimes like theft and destruction of property. And the Flamingo's hideout had a new era of business and opportunity was set to begin with the first ever barred open all speakball night. The place was slightly more crowded than usual, whether it was because of this new venture in capitalistic gimmickry or the fact that the Flamingo's hideout was also the only place in town you could legally still duel to the death was anyone's guess. Sid had hoped this Bard's Open All Speakball night would result in less casualties and more return customers. Business was always low since the bar was really just a front for the gang's activities. But ever since the Lich was destroyed, their fame had garnered them some attention. People came to hear stories every 2 weeks or so from Sid or Fred, sometimes even Buffcat. The bar was popular as a second-rate podcast with a loyal yet drunken fan base who supported the Flamingos any way they could. Not just always with money. Go to patreon.com/storylords if you'd like to support our second-rate boner ass of a show for once. Fred stepped in over the rigged corpse of a dwarf who had insulted an orc's mother who had just been disemboweled and stepped up onto the makeshift stage at the corner of the bar. Just a reminder, if you're going to duel, to tip your bartender and clean up afterwards, please, he said, scraping flesh from his boot. Welcome to the first ever Bard's Open All Speak Night, he said with feigned enthusiasm to the silence and mumbling of the crowd. Hey, okay, first up we have a local boy named... Fred took out a small scroll and read from it. Wobbles Flathoof. Give it up for this guy or whatever. The crowd remained all but silent, save for a smattering of half-hearted claps. A small satyr approached the stage with a lute in hand. He gently tuned one of the tuning heads and played a lovely chord. The satyr looked older, like he had seen one too many hungover mornings. His chin beard was graying, and one of his eyes was milky white, probably from a fight, or maybe he had pink eye a lot. I don't know. I'm not an ophthalmologist. All right. He finally spoke into the all speak ball. I have to do a goat voice.
Oh, God.
It whirred with feedback as the crowd groaned. This is a song about love, and by the looks of it, we have some lovers out there tonight. He motioned toward two muscle-bound orcs who were just smooching hard as fuck in a booth. As the one orc rounded first base on his way to second, he lifted a single middle finger mid-smooch and said, "Fuck off, you goat, play some Laser Zeppelin!"
Fuck yeah.
Saying what we're all thinking.
Wobbles cleared his throat and began to play. In your eyes, I want to skeet your eyes. I'll come and skeet your eyes. They make me three. Your eyes, it's come, not pee.
Jesus Christ.
Boo!
Absolutely.
Making out orc. Followed by the rest of the crowd. They threw anything they could find at this bar. Tomatoes.
Fucking play some Foghat.
Fucking slow ride. They threw anything they could find at the bar. Tomatoes, potatoes, parsnips, whatever those are. Anything.
One dude's really holding a grudge.
One guy threw a chair, and when it hit the stage, it turned back into a naked man, and he ran off the stage covering his peener. Wobbles lowered his head and tried to protect his loot from the more rotten vegetation being thrown. Finally, after sufficient booing, he skulked off the stage. It was only then that the crowd cheered. Fred stepped back up onto the stage, pulling at an imaginary collar since he was always shirtless. Yeesh! Glad I'm not that untalented and useless. Man, I cannot write. This is terrible. Yeesh! Let's start this over. Glad I'm not as untalented as that useless idiot.
What irony.
Damn.
I can't write, said the writer on his writing podcast.
Damn. Well, guys, it was good. Good being on the show today. Wobbles sat at the bar and slid him... Wobbles sat at the bar as Sid slid him a free ale. The guy needed it. All right, next up we have an entry from the Grawl Bards College. Fred read again from his post-it scroll. Please welcome Automabard 2.1. The crowd neither booed nor cheered as the automaton, with like 6 goddamn arms, trundled to the stage under his tank tread feet. In each hand was a different instrument: a drum, a lute, horns, one of those Spanishy things that you play with a stick that looks like a butt plug.
What?
It goes like that.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
The Spanishy thing. Come on.
Spanishy thing, sorry.
All right, meat sacks. The song is entitled "Your Eyes Give Me a Boner" with a single pluck of the string. The Automabard began to play. Your eyes give me a boner. They're fucking hard as shit. They're not like crying tears of joy. They're crying tears of jit. The windows to the soul are just like 12-inch sausages. And when they lose control, they'll cover you in 22 quarts of jizz.
This is a beautiful song.
His voice was pristine. Long gone was his robotic tinny voice. His playing was perfect and in time. His song brought tears to the eyes of almost everyone in the bar, save for Wobbles, who actually did a spit take and said, "Oh, come on!" out loud. The crowd roared for more as the Automabard did a full set and encore. By night's end, the amount of gold and silver coins on the stage made cheerleaders after an Eagles game look like the wishing/pissing fountain in the middle of the city. You're totally allowed to piss in those if you don't get caught.
You're allowed to do pretty much anything if you don't get caught.
Wow. Another Jeffrey had that idea. Look where it got him.
Don't you dare connect my name to the same name, you fucker.
Jeffrey Jet Ski? Coincidence?
Wow.
I think not.
As the crowd crowd cleared out for the night, Wobbles sat at the bar nursing his 16th ale. He swayed back and forth, drunker than he had ever been. He grumbled and reached into his pocket for a gold piece, only to find a piece of a rotten potato. Ugh, he said as he slammed it down on the bar. Sid watched as the bard tried to navigate the complex problem of putting both feet down on the floor. He winced as the satyr's hooves almost gave out underneath him, but managed to catch himself before falling. Sid had seen enough pathetic drunkenness and rounded the bar to help the most pathetic creature he had ever seen since he had been in the basement earlier to give Flyman his rotting fish heads for dinner. All right, Wobbles, let's get you sobered up, Sid said, assisting the satyr back onto the bar stool. You remembered my name, Wobbles said, with wonder and gratification in his eyes. Yes, I totally remember your name and didn't just call you that because that's what you're doing right now, Sid said. Once the satyr was safely back on his stool, Sid rounded the bar again and poured the largest cup of coffee he could find. So what's going on, man? Why are you so down? You know, we get a lot of different folks in here. Mostly just they wind up getting pissed drunk because they have nothing left to live for. But you look genuinely upset. Sid listened and leaned over. It's these Automabards, man, Wobbles said, waving his hand around, with their fake instruments and their pre-programmed songs. That's not how barddom is supposed to be, man, you know? Wobbles teetered on the stool.
Fucking do know, Wobbles.
They're taking over the bard scene, man! Sid listened as he cleaned a glass. It's this AI, man, Wobbles went on. AI, Sid asked. Artificial instruments. Nobody does anything original. Nobody takes risks. Being a bard isn't just about playing music. It's about playing music during battles that inspire others. And about putting the fear of the gods into your enemies. It's about inspiring the ones you love to achieve victories they could only dream of. Sid nodded. Somehow this little satyr struck a chord in his heart, pun intended. If it were up to me, I'd march right down to that college and literally and metaphorically set the whole place on fire. Wobbles finished. Sid slammed his hand down on the bar, which caused Wobbles to jump. All right, I'm in. Let's do this, Sid said, already getting his gear. Why, for reals? Wobbles asked drunkenly. You had me at artificial instruments, Bard. Besides, that fucking Atama butt didn't tip once tonight, and he drank like 3 gallons of oil, Sid said, strapping socks to his back. Hey, Chickpea! He yelled over to the other side of the bar. Chickpea was wiping down a table. What? She yelled back. You want to go fuck up a college party? He shouted. Chick thought for a hard second. Yeah, sure, I guess. I was kind of like hoping I'd get off this week, but sure, why not? What about you, Fredo? Sid said, asking Fred, who was right next to him for some reason. Nah, I got stuff to do with Flyman, yeah, he said as he pretended to push an elevator button and did that thing where you lower yourself behind something like you were going down on an elevator. Sid stood right next to him and just watched him. Okay, let's roll, he said, finally pretending that he didn't see Fred just sitting on the floor next to him.
What a good dude to pretend like it worked, that it was an elevator.
You gotta go with the bit, right? Okay, just give me a tin can full of coffee and I'll be good to go, the satyr said, hiccuping and swallowing some vomit. So, where are we going? Chickpea asked, looking around. They had entered the Bards College campus, and all around were groups of bards just playing for each other. It's called the Data Center, Wobbles said, pushing forward. It's a bard club where bards can play, and every night it's open all speakball night. Chickpea shuddered at the thought. The cacophonous sound of a dozen off-key and out-of-tune Wonderwall and Take Me Back When September Ends sent a chill up her spine.
Jesus Christ. Burn this place to the ground.
If her spine were an instrument, it would be 1,000 screaming demons erupting from the anus of hell. Kind of like when Dimebag Dogman hits that one harmonic note, and it sounds like that. This guy gets it. Why do they call it such a stupid name, Sid asked. I think they think it sounds cool, kind of like that bar in Terminator. Sid looked up and saw several all-sea balls attached to poles. Like a weird amount of them. What's with the all-sea balls, he asked. Those are the campus's security. They call them flocks. It stands for Forever Looking Over Chodes. Cool. With a K. They added the cool part to make people think it was cool, obviously. Wobbles continued. Sid looked at the all-sea ball and furrowed his brow and looked closer. And then the one flock winked at him? Let's get inside, he said, pushing them forward. Soon they reached the data center, and of course outside stood an orc bouncer. Let me handle this, Chick said, stepping forward. She approached the 10-foot-tall muscle man and confidently looked directly up at him. Yar, me good bard, we be here for the all-speak-ball night.
This always works.
She said in her best pirate accent. Jesus or Christ, Sid said, hiding his face. Hey, Jerry, the orc shouted inside. That pirate metal band is here. Finally, Jerry could be heard from inside. Tell them to head around back and they can put their shit back there. You heard him? The orc asked. Chick nodded and tossed a silver coin to the bouncer, who grabbed it and pocketed it faster than your mama pocketed my jizz last night in her jizz purse.
Jesus.
As the trio entered the service door, they were blasted with music. Atama bards and regular bards were practicing and playing for each other. Conversations melded into song, and the smoke of 1,000 pipes filled their lungs. A group of bards sat pontificating like the pompous idiots they were. Oh, man, did you hear that solo from Atama Bard 2.8 earlier? One bard asked. Dude, he mixed in the Mario Brothers theme with his guitar solo. It was fucking sick because I've heard that before, and it's something I know, said the second.
It's a good story.
I know, dude, right? I love that. I love hearing things I've heard 1,000 times because if I hear anything new, it makes me think about stuff and junk. And maybe that my feelings have value and are trying to tell me something, and I hate that, the first said.
Wow.
Fucking kill me, Chick said, gagging on the stupidity. Sid looked around, scanning for anything out of the ordinary, save for the musical robots, which numbered in the dozens. Wobbles nodded at Sid and directed him toward yet another door. Sid stealthily moved toward toward it and used his sneakiness to pick the lock. The door collapsed
This is
open
good
with a
writing
click.
in general.
Yeah, thanks. I'm getting better as the years go on. I don't know.
I agree.
Thanks, Rich.
That's all right.
Open with a click, and Chick and Wobbles headed down into a basement. As they delved lower into the basement, the sound of steam and assembly became its own deafening music. When they reached what they thought was the bottom, they could see assembly lines producing more and more Automabots. Well, this is not great, Sid said. Do these idiots know we just fought a lich who would have subjugated every single one of us and taken our souls and stuff? Chick asked, exasperated. Maybe they didn't listen to last season, Sid said, examining one of the pre-assembled bots.
Who did?
Look, he said. No, nobody. Not many did. Look, Sid said, pointing to a stone at the heart of the bards. It glowed red, just like the Lich's power. Jesus, they wouldn't dare use this magic, would they? He asked, already knowing the answer. But what's powering them? Wobbles squeaked out. Help! A faint voice echoed through the room over the din of progress. The trio looked at each other and headed toward yet another set of stairs that led to a sub-basement. This lock wasn't hard to pick either, and Sid did it with swift fashion. Again, they headed down into another delve. The music of production of bad bard covers faded as they entered a blue cavern. Whoa, Chick said, as she was hit with a wave of pure magic. In the walls were crystals the size of my enormous hog, at least 4 feet long.
We did the same fucking joke.
We're like the same guy. She slowly walked over to one and placed a single tiny hand on a crystal against her better judgment. As she did, the face of a young boy materialized in the blue haze. Help! It mouthed and whispered to her. Holy shit! Sid, these are souls! She shouted. Suddenly, the clanging of keys shattered the almost serene silence of the soul prison. Sid and Wobbles ducked behind a large crystal as Chick ducked behind a crate. Oh, man, I can't wait to get off tonight. I can't stand these hipster cucks, said a man. Sid and Chick both peered out from their hiding spots to see Paladin of Daranos. Motherfuckers.
Makes
Sid
perfect
breathed.
fucking sense, dude.
I know. I'm going to go home and tap into the Flock network and spy on my ex-wife. The second said, I love her so much, I might wind up killing her, he laughed.
God. This is too real.
I know that is right, the second said as he dropped the sack onto the ground. It grunted as it hit the floor. Sid looked over toward Chick and nodded. All at once, he pounced on the pods and slit their throats. They gurgled their last cop-ass breath as Chick opened up the sack to find a kid. It's okay, kid, she said, untying him. Please help us, miss, he rasped. Chick looked at Sid as rage filled all three of them. They're orphans, Sid said. Wobbles shook with rage as he unsheathed his loot. Let's tear this place down to its accursed beams, Wobbles said, making his way to the steps. Wait, where are you going? What are you doing? Chick stopped him. I'm going to do what I was born to do. Rock, Wobbles said as he disappeared up the steps. Sid and Chick freed all the orphans they could as Wobbles made his way up to the main stage. With a single kick to the chest, he booted the Automabot who was playing off the stage. A record needle scratch as spoken to the all-see ball. All right, you mindless fucks, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, he said as he began to play Going the Distance by Cake. Automabards began to swarm him as Chick and Sid emerged with the orphans from the basement. Within minutes, Sid had slashed the throats of the bouncers and the PODs who were off duty at the club. Chick managed to use a lightning magic that shorted out almost all the Automabots. As their soul stones broke, a sigh of relief whispered through the air. Most of the humanoid bards were running in terror. They trampled a paladin as he gurgled his last racist gurgle, choking on the blood that made him so gleefully to see pour from others. Damn,
wow.
That's a metal ass fucking line, dude. Hell yeah.
That was pretty good. Let's fucking end this, Sid said. He took Socks and powered him up, and with all the dormant magic he could muster, within one fell swoop, he sliced through several load-bearing beams, and the data center crumbled and cracked as the trio and the surviving orphans walked out of the front door as explosions and cool special effects happened all around them. As they stood outside, they watched the data center burn. The gaggle of bards who were outside stood with them. What happened? One asked. I was playing Wonderwall. I fucking hate that song, she said, throwing her loot onto the ground as if it were infected.
And it was.
What do we do now? Another desperate bard asked. Wobbles turned around and picked up the girl's loot, dusted it off, and gave it a pluck. It was still in tune. Now, he said, now we're gonna do whatever we want. We play and we rock and we rhyme and we inspire, he said, handing the loot back to the female bard. Finn!
God, what a fucking great story. Fuck PODs.
I knew you'd like it.
Fuck artificial instruments.
Yes, that AI.
A POD's a B.
A po dab.
Podab.
A cabapod.
No, that's a shirt. Podab.
Paladins of Daranos are bad.
Well, when we get that merch shop up, guaranteed that's going to be one, because it'll be an easy one. We'll just do it.
Easy.
We'll do the acronym and then just a cop badge.
Yeah.
You have to sort of watch out about what font you're using, though, is what we learned from
Yeah,
CBS
you can't
and
use
Paramount.
Times New Roman. You can't. Yeah.
You can't italicize it. They will
No.
fucking shut you down.
No,
They'll find you.
that was great.
Yeah, that was awesome.
thanks.
I love that story.
That was good.
I was sitting downstairs and there's this boomer couple who comes in and the guy is constantly doing shitty AI shit on his phone and like showing my mom like, isn't this cool? And I just like,
Nope.
I couldn't listen to it anymore. I couldn't handle it anymore.
So you punched him in
can't
his
blame
face
you.
and killed him.
Yeah, I killed him. I punched him into space, so he's floating around
Yeah.
up there.
Punch him in his face and kill him. All right.
Story Lords is a learning podcast.
He's probably dead. I don't know.
Look, if you sort of like flatten your palm out, like in sort of a tiger palm style,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
ram your fist, your like palm up into the bottom of their nose,
It'll kill
that'll
him.
put them
Yeah.
into space.
I learned that from Frank Miller's Man Without Fear. That you could kill a
really?
man like that.
You could just use a gun,
I
too.
learned that from Frank Miller, and he told me. He gave me a chart that had skin tones on it, and he said, below this tone, you're allowed to use this.
Yep,
Miller
he
taught
did.
me how to love again.
Love exclusively white people.
Yeah.
Only if you're slightly, yeah.
Yeah. A Dulux colour chart. Yeah, that was so good. I liked it a lot.
All right, thank you.
Is this show good?
Well,
Yes.
maybe 2 out of 3 stories are good. I guess you'll have to wait and come back and find out if the other one's good too.
Oh.
His pizza's here.
Not yet. This is perfect timing, by the way. My pizza is on its way.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We almost had a special guest on the show, but I have packed him away to bed. Greg. It's Greg.
I just like the idea of you, like, putting Evan in, like, a coffin full of packing peanuts every night.
You gotta protect him.
Like, don't move too much.
If he keeps up, I might just ship him over somewhere.
Oh, man. To Abu Dhabi?
Yeah.
Bermuda Triangle. He can.
This is a real pizza-heavy episode behind the scenes, folks. Just so you know.
We've ordered several pizzas in the time you last heard us.
Some of us have eaten pizza.
Yeah, I have eaten a slice of pizza since the last time you heard. You can tell I'm way happier.
That's why, yeah, he's happier. He sounds more cheesy somehow.
If that's possible.
I can smell the sauce on his lips from here.
Right.
It's making me horny.
It is.
It's making me pizza horny. That's why he ordered a pizza.
Josh is so horny he's going to stuff a crust in his pants.
Hell yeah.
Right. It's my turn to tell a story for the first time in a month, so let's hope I haven't lost the ability to read. My story this week is called For Whom the Horn Blows, a lost tale of Redacted.
What?
Jeez, I wonder who this is.
Glebe Girthspeed took to the stage with his lead guitarist and bassist, who, though he had toured with for 5 years, still got their names wrong, and looked out over the packed crowd. To be fair, his bandmates were amoeba-like blob aliens and had separated at birth by osmosis, but Glebe would have forgotten their names anyway because he was such a monumental douche weasel, but I wanted to give both sides of the story.
Hey, there's bad people on both sides.
His drummer, VX72, was a drum bot that carried most of her equipment inside her body, and as she walked into position, spread out like your mother after being treated to a cheap motel room with only 4 cockroaches in it.
What?
This is AI, artificial instruments.
It's artificial instruments.
VX72 did not so much as play as replicated the noise, leading to some critics of the band criticising that they were not actually playing some of their music and only replicating it, which only added to the recent decline of the group after Jimmy Ten Arms, their previous drummer, had lost 6 of his arms in a tragic Viking longboat trip.
What happened to the guy from Def Leppard? Man?
That's the reference.
Is this an anti-AI metaphor or one espousing the dangers of a Viking longboat? I mean, I ask you, in this day and age, can't it be both?
It's really deep writing when you get down to it.
This makes you think.
Glebe tried to assess the size of the crowd at the venue, but the lights were so bright they were almost blinding, adding to the current blindness he was experiencing from taking snorty droppers straight in his eye stalks. About 5 minutes before stepping out. It was mainly to balance out the cocaine enema he'd just taken that had given him the old jelly tentacles, and he was so hopped up now, it was a wonder he didn't roll onto the stage. Whatever.
Got his cocaine from Penn State.
Whatever. Fuck it. He was determined to turn his fortunes around, and maybe the fortunes of the band. But whatever, as long as he got stacks of credit chips, he didn't give a fuck.
We've all met this guy.
Panties to the floor as you walk through the airlock. Eye stalks checking out my slimy forked cock.
Oh.
Hell yeah!
Sit up on me, show me your back door. Got me as hard as a Gungy jackdaw.
Make it hard.
Slipping in smooth, fast like a meteor. When you want it, baby, pull it out, I'll eat a whore. Got me going crazy, sending me to warp. Spread my splorge all over your nip norps.
Not the nip
This song fucking rules.
Stop, dear maker, stop, came a panicked voice from the crowd. The spotlights went off to reveal a small rented hall with a sleight of hand, nerdy virgin dweebus card performer person. Look, I don't know what they're called, so I just threw adjectives at it. It's not like he's a real magician, is it? A buffet table.
Oh, the 3-card Monty? Is that what you were
No,
saying?
just like a sleight of hand card guy who's at the party.
Well, you
Up close magic guy?
Yeah, that's it. Close magic guy. Where were you, like
right the
3 hours ago?
were right the first time.
A buffet table filled with sweets and about 50 Vernix younglings, their double heads all looking at Glebe with fear and disgust. What the hell are you doing? This is little Metaxas and Grodunk's separation ceremony. Glebe looked over at the crowd, at the crying kids and the shocked parents, and the performer who suddenly sprayed all his cards mid-shuffle. Get a real job.
God, this guy has a real axe to grind.
Metaxas sobbed into her hands as the lumpy head growing out of her back called Grodunk shook a clenched tentacle at him. Their manager, Phelp Baby Skinner Boolybub, though he was fighting those allegations from the press, was going to be madder than Andrew Tate on Intergalactic Women's Day. I'm madder than Andrew Tate on Intergalactic Women's Day when I can't get any because I'm a no-chinned loser.
That's what that feels like from this side.
Phelp Boolabub inflated his throat pouch and turned a bright violet from behind his desk. I'm so mad I could skin a babbling brook. What do you mean that doesn't make sense?
He almost gave it up.
Man, he was even madder than Glebe thought he would be. Man, you booked Taint Punch for a kid's party. What did you expect, frog man thing?
Culturally sensitive, I believe it.
So good.
Phelp got up from his desk and loomed over Glebe. I sent you a detailed email about the gig. You think I can read? Glebe laughed. I didn't get into music because I could read. It's all rocket surgery to me, boss. Phelps sighed. It's rocket science or brain surgery. Don't make me change career, dude. I won't be good at either of those. Glebe begged.
Jesus.
He's right.
Phelps sighed, his throat bubbling. Look, Glebe. The days of Taint Punch are on the wane. Your star's going down faster than a P. Diddy alumni.
Whoa!
Glebe looked up with wide eyes. Please don't, Phelp. We can do better. We'll play our softer songs like Interstellar Double Ender or Fist My Black Hole. This is over, Glebe, Phelps said with a hint of sadness in his voice. Oh, thank the maker, Glebe said, pushing off the chair with a little laugh. I thought you were going to terminate my contract, dude. Phelps sighed and pointed to the door. Glebe, you're terminated. Glebe sat at his second favourite watering hole after your mother's vagina.
Oh my god! Why is there water coming out?
And ordered a double gut rot. He tipped it over his head and instantly absorbed it, and then ordered another. Wow, you look like I have felt at various times in my life, someone said next to him. Glebe turned to find a small human man sitting on the stool next to him, flanked by a giant cowboy with a robotic arm, a face that could curdle milk, and a Dukes of Lead medallion.
I knew it! I knew it!
He doesn't look that bad, Lionel, the cowboy said. He isn't crying because his stupid, pissy baby picture book got ruined. I'll have you know, it was an X-Men issue 1 I had signed by Jim Lee, and although I'm aware that even post-Earth nuclear apocalypse there are still like 1 billion of those in circulation, it had sentimental value. And you used it to wipe your gun on it, and then clean your laser pistol, the small man said.
I get it. He means dick.
It's dick, yeah.
The cowboy smirked at Glebe. I'll leave you to wonder which one was the euphemism. Spoilers, they were both my dick.
Damn!
I'm Grissom.
He's back!
I didn't even get to guess.
I'm Grissom Graves, and this is Lionel. I'd shake your hand, but I hate all living things. Glebe put down his drink. What does a Duke of Lead want with me? I know I'm a musician and by definition a scumbag, but I'm not like the Anthony Kiedis Cradle Robin sort of scumbag. We're big fans of Taint Punch, the human said. I would rather listen to all my loved ones burning to death, Graves said in a grumble. Oh, all right.
And I've already listened.
And he has.
All right, we tolerate Taint Punch, but we're here to offer you your fame and fortune back. Lionel coolly took the drink, knocked it back, and then with a horrified face let the burning liquid fall out of his mouth back into the empty tumbler. Oh my god, it burns. What sort of alien concoction is that? Acid? A small galaxy? It's just whiskey, dude, Glebe explained.
Lionel, you little bitch.
Hydrochloric acid or some shit. No.
Grissom pushed Lionel's stool over and he fell to the floor, gasping for water. Look, dipshit, my partner and I found out how you got your...
Pause.
He used his fingers for air quotes. Talent. He turned to Lionel. Did I use that right? Lionel stood incredibly wobbly. Yeah, well done for mastering the sarcasm of a 7-year-old. Grissom continued. We know you found the swagger horn. We know you used it. And we know it gave you a no-luck dipshit like you. Lionel raised a hand. A plus 50 buff to talent. Grissom poured the glass back into Lionel's open mouth and he ran to the bathroom.
Oh my god.
Look, we need to find it to keep it out of the hands of real threats who could do real damage with it. Grissom leaned on the bar and flicked his hat up with a finger. You show us where it is and help us destroy it. In return, before we do, you can do whatever you did with the horn last time to give you a boost to your obviously good foundation of education and charm. What do you say?
Take the deal. That's a great deal.
Glebe smiled. I say it's time for a reunion tour. Grissom shook his head. I don't get that. Is that a reference to something? Back on the conveyance to Grissom Graves, Lionel walked onto the bridge to find that Glebe was sitting in his chair. He was super cool about it and not jealous at all, and only gave Glebe a few death stares over the top of his Battle of the Planets mug. This was not the first time something like this had happened, but it would be the last time. He swore to Voltron.
It's not even the same franchise.
No, he's a multi-franchise fan. Grissom lit a match off his chin and then used that to light a $50 bill to then light the damaged copy of X-Men 1 and use that to light a cigar.
God, dude.
Wow, that's the proper way to light a cigar. They don't teach you that.
So Grissom's been to manliness school.
It's like when you go to those cigar pubs, that's how you really do
Yeah.
it.
So, now there's no prying eyes around. You want to tell us why you never went back for the swagger horn when your music started going down the shitty toilet faster than shit from a shitty butt?
He's so good at analogies, dude.
God damn.
Haven't you missed this deep
Yes.
insults?
I really have, actually.
Yes. It's like coming home.
Glebe sat back in the chair and it squeaked, and Lionel winced and then I just growled at him. Okay, growled at him.
Sure, yeah.
You do paint a vivid image, my friend. Perhaps you should have been a singer. Grissom winced. People use imagery and subtext to hide their feelings are pussy losers. I just do the healthy, manly thing, repressing it until some explosion of lies that might influence a season 1 plot point. He shrugged. Either that or a tumour, I guess. Glebe sat forward. Well, you see, I never owned the swagger horn, really. I met an alien who was a master thief who had stolen it from his home planet. The guy let me have a little go on it, and then the next thing you know, I was talented. Why? Lionel narrowed his eyes. Why would a master thief let you walk away with a talent upgrade for free? Glebe shrugged with a smug smile. Maybe he saw some latent potential in me. Lionel raised an eyebrow. As a future organ donor? No offence, Glebe, but you strike me as a massive coward. Careful, Lionel, Grissom smirked. People in glass pussies shouldn't throw stone pussies around.
Holy dude, I'm gonna use that.
Lionel threw his hands in the air. That doesn't even make sense, he yelled. Glebe reached over and punched the coordinates into the computer. I can't remember which planet it was, but here's the sort of system we want to be looking. Grissom stared at the navsat and rubbed his chin. He cut himself on his manly stubble, but he took it because pain made you stronger, except for all the pain that is actually weakening you or making you rot inside. But he had no damn time for that horse shit.
Fucking, what are you, stone pussy? What is this?
Spiky Ball Planet 4. That's a dangerous one, and not just because of the spikes. That's so fucking stupid. It's just a spiky ball in the sky. Grissom gave Lionel a nod.
How big are the spikes?
I have no idea, it must be. Grissom gave Lionel a nod and Lionel stood and walked over to the screen, Grissom pushing out a chair for him. Naxos Prime. That's within being seen and dying painfully distance of Pisneyland, Grissom muttered before sharing a meaningful look with his compatriot. Glebe laughed. Hell, what are you all worried about? Saxon Pisney hasn't even finished the station yet. He's too busy shuttling his collection of rare antiquities on board. I say we slip in and out without anyone realising and make as little impression as possible, Grissom said matter-of-factly. You read that directly from your dating profile, Lionel chuckled. Before the sound of Grissom's gnashing teeth filled the cabin. He hit the drive and the ship boosted to the Naxos sector. When they arrived, in the Naxos sector, a system famously devoid of life, the scanner was initially showing less activity even than Mitch McConnell's latest brain scans.
Yep.
But he's dead. But just as soon as Lionel cycled to the short-range scans and directed the antenna they had stolen off that old man's roof in the direction of Spiky Ball Planet 4, the scanner started bleeping. There's something down there. There's something down there, all right. All clustered together near some sort of power plant. Lionel chewed the inside of his cheek. I've seen this movie. These aliens weren't parasitic and looking like a penis, were they?
Uh-oh.
God damn, you and parasites. Grissom tutted and gestured to Lionel as he turned to Glebe. Every time he takes a shit when we're refueling, he covers the seat in toilet paper like he's anointing the damn May Queen.
I saw that movie.
Lionel turned. Well, the only time I didn't, I got those Polaran worms, remember? You got those from that hot dog vendor on the edge of that black hole. Who eats dog? I didn't know it was actual dog, Grissom. It's like one of those Demolition Man rat burger situations.
It's a good rat. It's a good rat burger.
Lionel shook his head. I was shitting coiled up turds for 2 weeks.
Oh my god.
But why did you have to do it on the grass, Grissom said.
So he can rub his butthole.
Glebe came to check the panel. He seemed disturbed by what he saw. I don't think this is the place, gents. The topography doesn't seem... Grissom gave Lionel a look. Stellar cartography useful to the lead singer and tambourine player in a rock band.
Spanishy butt plug.
Glebe looked up. You pick things up when you're touring, I guess. Listen, fellas, I ain't going down there. I'm a straight-up A-grade coward, like Lionel said. And I have dependents. My fans. I think a tick on a dog's dick cares more about the dog.
Oh,
Jesus.
God damn. Did Lionel eat the dog's dick?
Grissom shrugged. Fine by me. I only need heroes on this trip. Suit up, Lionel, he gestured to his sidekick. You think I'm a hero? Lionel said, beaming with pride. Nope, might need someone to use as a shield.
Oh my god, dude.
Best shields are human shields.
Upon landing and disembarking, it was clear something was very wrong. Buildings of crystalline design were rotting, their lustre long diminished. It was clear this was a vast settlement. Lionel could easily identify meeting spaces, a doctor's surgery of sorts, a bar or a restaurant, a town square. He picked up a wicker basket full of the residue stains of rotting produce and gemstones that could have been used for currency. One look around the square revealed that whoever lived here had left in a hurry, their rustic and meagre possessions abandoned. It was a ghost town. Grissom went over to the central dais in the town square, where a central pillar contained an indent just big enough for a ceremonial horn. He ran his finger over the stone and pulled back a finger coated with centuries of dust. Grissom, something really bad happened here. You ain't wrong, brother. Grissom stared at the space where the horn was stolen. I think it has something to do with this. You don't know the half of it, stranger? A voice carried from a porch.
Reese's is here!
Alien Reese's! The two turned to see a crimson-skinned alien with a beard hobbling towards them, using their long arms as walking sticks. Grissom quickly pulled his pistol out of the holster, but at the sight of the deathly sick villager, he quickly put it away again. What happened here? Lionel went to help the man and guided him to the dais where he could sit. Grissom was grateful. He hated old people. And young people. And people.
Yep.
He liked cats and dogs. And his weapons.
Yep.
The source of our confidence, our resolve, our damn swagger, was stolen by the dirty deceiver over 300 years ago. Without it, my people are wasting away. The others, he swallowed, the effort of talking too much for him. Our people are shapeshifters. They have congregated near our last heat source and have shifted to low energy form. I stayed behind as a sentry like that guy from Indiana Jones to ask...
I was just gonna say, this is Indiana Jones 2. This is 2.
To ask anyone who passed for help. And here you are. Lionel looked up at Grissom with those big puppy dog eyes, and Grissom nodded in return. Do you know where this dirty deceiver went? Lionel whispered. Our last scans, before our power faded, put him on the 9th planet in our system. I would start there, the old one croaked heavily. How long ago? Lionel started, but the alien was dead. He got up. He got up and started collecting...
I went to college with him. Rest in peace, Red Wizard Reese's guy.
He got up. Lionel got up.
Reese's just cataloging everyone he meets as something Reese's guy.
Yeah, they were all Reese's, not wizards. Reese's.
When you're the best one, suck my dick.
Lionel got up and started collecting stones. Grissom raised an eyebrow. What are you doing? Lionel shrugged, still collecting the stones. Man did his job to help his people. I'm not leaving him like this. We have to be better this time, Grissom. We talked about this. Grissom patted him on the back and started collecting more stones. Hours later, the two men walked onto the bridge of the conveyance of Grissom Graves to find Glebe snoring with his feet up on one of the chairs. Grissom kicked his feet away from under him and watched the mooch jolt up with satisfying fright. Wake up, jackass, we have a new destination. Grissom sat down and punched the coordinates in. We're off to the 9th planet in the system. Chegrin, Glebe nodded, like some unknown knowledge had been revealed to him. Lionel stared at him. I know, man, I know. I couldn't remember until you told me. Like the horn made me forget or something.
That or the cocaine.
We know better than most the effect this interdimensional shit can have on you. Grissom put the ship into light speed. The ship floated in orbit of Chegrin like a turd circling the drain waiting to be flushed. And Lionel was...
A lot of turd talk in this episode.
And Lionel was anticipating someone with their hand on the flush. Grissom, he hissed, quiet enough so that Glebe couldn't hear. You can't expect me to stay on the ship. On Oh, for God's sake, this isn't the... At Grissom clearing his throat and looking away, Lionel sighed. Fine, you petty-ass bitch. You can't expect me to stay on the conveyance of Grissom Graves while you're down on the surface alone. Grissom stopped. Grissom stopped.
Why would he care?
I don't know.
He's a lot more petty than people give him credit for.
Grissom stopped filling his expedition bag, mainly with cigars, ammo, and a porn mag, which was coincidentally called Swaggerhorn, then gestured to the musician quivering in the corner. I'll have tall, yellow, and ugly with me. Plus, I need you ready for reinforcement duty. I don't trust Glebe, Lionel hissed. After what we've been through, I don't trust many, except for you, Grissom growled. And you trust me. Trust me now. When have I ever put us wrong? That time when you got me impregnated? We don't have time for more interesting stories right now, Lionel.
We've committed to this one.
Grissom said, we have to be better this time. Remember? He put out a hand and Lionel took it, wrapping it with the other. Stay safe, brother, Lionel said. I couldn't deprive the universe of this beauty, he smirked. Glebe dragged the bags through the dirt as the conveyance disappeared behind them in the mouth of the temple. Neither he nor Grissom had said anything for the last 10 minutes of walking, and he struggled to keep up. The temple was hauntingly familiar, and the echoes of memory began to form as Glebe stepped further towards the central antechamber. As he entered the wide golden room, he saw Grissom hunched over something. What is it? Glebe said excitedly. Is it the horn? Nah, Grissom said, getting up. Just the truth, Counterfeit Glebe. Glebe looked up in horror as his own corpse stared up at him in contorted pain.
What the fuck?
I don't understand. I don't... Memory flooded him of his theft, of his fleeing to this planet to find an idiot who had marooned himself on this planetoid, who dreamed of frivolous talent and meaningless, short, sex-filled relationships, of wealth and of passion and glory and drugs. It had been intoxicating to a species that knew nothing of anything but innocence. He stood, and where Glebe's face was, Grissom saw that innocent alien buried in those features. So I take it I'm talking to the scumbag who stole life from his entire race. He reached for his gun. Don't, the alien warned. We have unnatural life and power even at half strength. I would slaughter you in an instant. He walked to the wall of the temple and pushed at a random stone. At its touch, a panel of the wall slid away and revealed a simple horn. The alien didn't touch it, just smiled. You have no idea what it is like, Grissom, to be the one amongst your race who feels different. There was no question of theft, or ambition, or anything other than living. I was the first to evolve into something better than moronic farmers and tillers of soil. Family. Against everything the universe has to offer. What is that? Grissom smiled and drew his pistol.
This dude's fully on Reddit.
This dude's red fucking pilled.
Grissom smiled and drew his pistol. Everything, dumbass. He shot the entire laser clip into the alien, who stumbled just enough for Grissom to make a run for the horn. But the alien was faster, and slithered across to him in an instant, growing in size as he grabbed the Duke of Lead by the throat. Spec, I will kill you and the runt, then go back to my life refreshed. This time, I might write myself a note, though. So that's why you didn't come back, Lionel called from the antechamber entrance. It changed you so fundamentally. The alien considered. The horn's influence is strong. It must be why my people never remove it from the dais. It confused me, made my aberrant thoughts much stronger. The greed I felt overwriting all other feeling and thought. Not that it matters. I will go back to my coma, so peaceful and happy I won't care anymore. Even if they all die, your friends, your family. The alien laughed. What do they matter? They are weak. Lionel looked sad. Well, they wanted to give you another chance to come back despite our warning, so I think they're pretty strong. And even stronger now they're so close to the horn. The alien dropped Grissom and was about to ask Lionel what he meant as the antechamber floor began to morph. 20 of the shapeshifters known as the Cryad attacked their betrayer. They told us what happened, dickweed, Grissom said as he stood and rubbed his throat.
Fucking kill him!
Fuck him up!
Wasn't difficult to imagine what had happened. We've been there before. We're no strangers to family betraying us. The moment someone said shapeshifter, I started getting antsy. Lionel gritted his teeth. Yeah, he shot a hole in my life-size 1998 Gillian Anderson cutout.
No.
Grissom.
Now there's 2 sex holes in it.
Grissom hit Lionel on the back. She's hotter now anyway. True.
It's true.
The alien
Year
ruckus.
40,000 or what?
Yeah, she's still alive. She's only getting better, like fine wine.
She only gets better. Yeah.
I mean,
The alien ruckus of shapeshifting had stopped, and Glebe was subdued, buried under 19 of his previous fellows. One morphed back into a humanoid shape and approached them. We cannot thank you enough, Dukes of Lead. You have saved our people from a long and agonising death. She offered a hand and wrapped the 2 men's arms in her form at once. Grissom was good enough not to declare it gross. What are you going to do with him? Lionel asked. Your compassion is unparalleled, my friend. We will imprison him, deep within our planet, far away from the influence of the Swaggerhorn. A few millennia might eradicate his selfishness, his avarice. Grissom huffed. Man was willing to commit genocide to get what he wanted. Don't be too sure about that. One more thing, travellers, the alien said. How did you know to come to us? That the horn was in danger? Grissom went to stop Lionel, but Lionel held a hand up. We knew it had been taken, that a man named Zaxxon Pisney would eventually hold it, and your people would die because of that man. Hide the horn, and if anyone comes for it, kill them. Maim them, do whatever you can to protect your people. Later, on the Cryad homeworld, Lionel and Grissom sat on the outskirts of the town square, watching the people celebrate around the dais. A fire lit in front of the horn, back in place. Children and the old danced in a swirl of form that Lionel had never seen before. It was beautiful. I guess he swagged too close to the sun, Grissom growled.
oh.
Lionel sat and said nothing.
The tale of Dickorus.
Lionel sat and said nothing. You know what they say. Swag goeth before a fall, he said, looking
Please
off into the
stop.
distance. He gave it a moment and then tried one more time. The bigger they swag, the harder they... Just stop, damn you. Lionel barked at him. As much as we play the part to blend in and not disrupt things, I'm not a fucking moron, Grissom. We're not back as we were, regardless of our bodies, regardless of the time. You wanted to help these people and we did it. Now Pisney won't get the Swaggerhorn like he did in our time. We could go there right now and kill Pisney and Freddy and free Ondar and Fincher if you want. Whatever gets us back to... A shapeshifter child came with food, and they both took some and thanked her. As his vision blurred with tears, Grissom wrapped an arm around Lionel's shoulder. They're still alive. I know they are. My nieces and nephews are made of sterner stuff. No, Lionel muttered. Look at us, Grissom. We're years younger than when Malcolm last attacked us. Doots, the Technomancer, they sent us back to our realities, to a time before we killed the Technomancer the first time. Tamia's in her own world and the kids... He trailed off, unable to finish. So what do you want to do? Grissom muttered, unable to comfort him. Be better than last time, and hope they find us again, Lionel sighed, looking into the fire. And if I ever see Doots Bardley again, I'm going to murder her. The end.
God.
For now.
Whoa!
Oh no.
What the fuck? What does this have to do with the fucking Walter Ego? What are you...
I didn't want to tell a Walter Ego this week.
That was great.
That was really fucking cool.
I like how I was like, yay, this is so fun. And then at the end you were like,
Oh no!
Rug pulled us.
Oh no, I remember what happened to them. They all died.
this sucks now.
Fucking rug pulled us like a cryptocurrency, man.
Flew too close to the sun like a crypto.
Swag too close to the sun.
You mean you weren't expecting a massive return from Hock to a coin?
Oh no. Ooh. The world,
I have so much Hawk Tuah going.
the world is a little stupider than it used to be.
Yeah.
We do things a little stupider here.
Now that rolled. Thank you.
That was great.
For that great story.
I don't know what you're doing this smart thing where you're making two stories that I want to hear instead of one story I want to hear.
This will be the only Grissom and Lionel story this season. That's all I'm going to say.
You are a notorious filthy liar.
Yeah, that is true. You did say you wouldn't be writing these characters again like 4 times, so...
You are liar number 1, so...
Yeah. Fucking... the lyingest liar on the podcast.
You're like the Icarus of swag lying.
I lied too close to the sun.
Not laid, lied.
No, lied.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun writing that one. It was nice.
That was good.
It's nice having them back for however little time that is. So,
I believe you. I believe every word that comes
dude-
in.
just
This
like
dude
we all
loves
believe
murder.
Adam Frankenstein is dead, right? Yeah.
He is dead.
Yeah.
He's always dead, Jeff.
Yeah. He's technically dead.
He's really dead.
He's always really dead, Jeff.
Yes,
Oh my God.
we know.
We know.
You guys are ridiculous.
Yep.
You're ridiculous.
Let's close the cover. On this,
I didn't do that sound
stories.
effect,
You
by the way.
didn't-
That
you
was
didn't.
them doing an impression of me.
Yep.
Let's pick the first prompt. This wheel is very
Shit,
long,
I'm not
remember?
ready.
fuck.
I'm not ready.
The first one is... Stop. Tricks by Ace Wizard.
Pricks?
Tricks, as in what a magician does.
Oh,
Or a
tricks.
prostitute.
I
Tricks.
thought it was pricks. I was like, they're
I thought
already
you said
doing that in all
pricks.
these stories.
And the second one is... I wish you could listen to this fucking sound effect. Just do the fucking wheel. Tricks and Crushes by Rena Kemp.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
It's some good ass combo of fucking
Yeah.
promptings.
I mean, we could spin whatever gold from whatever hay.
I mean, you saw the fucking brilliant gold Josh and I made out of parsnips last time. Well, Rich didn't, but our listeners
Rich
did.
kidding.
I will. I'll go back.
I told him there was a Candle Cousins, and he was like, "Oh man."
I did do that. I did that exact thing in a weird redneck accent. Oh, man!
God darn it!
Ding!
Ding!
If
Look,
you
I am who I
listened,
am.
if you listened to those prompts and you thought, man, those were great, but I've got a killer one loaded in the chamber, then you need to head over to patreon.com/storylords and support us there, because the only way you can suggest prompts is through the Patreon. But you get lots of other things too. You get lots of sidecasts. We record one sidecast after every show.
Yeah, as long as fucking
As long as the internet works.
as long as Discord doesn't go down for 8 hours when we're trying to record one.
Discord went down longer than your mom did last night.
Oh, your mom's a whore.
I know that is right.
But you get access to the stories, you get access to sidecasts, we sometimes ask questions, we do little side hangouts for the top tier, which we're due to do. And you get lots of other stuff too. So if you're not convinced by what I'm saying, mainly because I'm not saying it in a way that is really, selling it to you.
How much
then-
money do I have to give until there's sloppy toppy?
Man, I don't know what I do. What? How much money would I need? Josh, you're
It
normally
would be
good at doing
far less than I'm comfortable saying.
Maybe some of you are already giving enough. We don't know.
this. Maybe. They don't call that tier masterpieces for nothing.
Is free an option?
But yeah, you can support us for as little as $5 a month, which is the price of, a penny sweet nowadays. No one knows what a penny
Which
sweet
is
is.
the cost of 500 pennies.
$5, which is the cost of $5.
Storylords is also on YouTube, so if you're doing a rewatch or re-listen, then head over to there. Add your comments to each episode.
Yeah, we got some nice comments on the last one.
Are you ready to read them?
I am indeed.
Then go ahead, my friend.
Mara Jinx Blade says the art for this one is inspired. Thank you. I did a two-faced turnip head
I saw
guy
that.
for some
That was
reason.
really good. Sometimes you get an image in your head. Yeah, that was gross. But sometimes you get an image in your head, and that's all you can do. You can't get it out.
That's exactly what happens.
That is called You're Haunted.
Stubborn.
Yeah,
Ghosted
I got a haunted brain. 4NZ1 says, I may just be a small country rat with a gun who is a couple episodes behind, but I never miss a chance to subscribe, like, and comment on these here stories.
Amazing.
Hashtag pizza for mayor. Hashtag storm scale was an inside job.
Damn! Now we got a podcast, boys.
Moo Moo Moon Pie says, another absolute nut buster. I was taking a sip when Jeff dropped that amazing racehorse name, and I threed Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Gremlin I Elf says, only 2 stories this week? What is this, fantasy diction?
Damn!
Another week of fantastic stories, boys. Proud of you. Thank you so much.
That's nice.
Sorry we only gave you 2 stories.
But they were 2 good ones, so I hear.
Jovial Bob
I've been
Stein says,
I knew it. I knew he was...
the Candle Cousins Attack of the Killer Parsnips. I don't know, boys. Might have to get my lawyers involved with this one.
Yeah. You know, he's kind of right about that.
Big Bow Media Network says, Josh, Demi did in fact deal with Pennywise in the most effective way, for real. Ain't Undertaint one of those indie games with the pixels and the beep? Parsnips are in fact racist. 12 out of 10 double mermaids for life. And a well-placed ding.
I forget where I put it.
Jeff, Candle Cousins, Uncle Bumpy, Kentucky Derby Deep Dick Papa Bang a Bitch. This was a non-stop joke machine gun. Oh my god, every Candle Cousin story is so incredible. 69 out of 6-7.
Nice.
Rich,
I think.
this one wasn't great, honestly. Definitely your weakest work yet.
Very forgettable week for Rich.
Not a single hero name or moment or even any words. I hope you improve in the future. F-.
He's like the Philip Glass of telling stories.
Wizard High School Musical! Lordy Lordy, thanks for the storty. And that's from Big Bow Media Network. Creator of Wizard High School Musical, which we talked about in the last episode.
Yep,
Go check him out.
That was a good clip. That was funny. I like that.
Silverado says, hey, Lords. Great stories from Parsnips. Rank this episode 6-7 out of 69, of course.
That's exactly the opposite as the other guy did.
You know, I came into some parsnips during the COVID lockdown. God, I miss COVID, in the form of a bag of them. I didn't eat them because I didn't know where they came from, but later my parents told me they dropped them off. Unfortunately, I throw in the trash before they told me this.
Throw in the trash.
This is my favorite story ever told.
Speaking of an abundance of vegetables, I got a bunch of cucumbers. Can you ask Rich what's the best way to mash them up? Okay, thanks.
Don't mash them up. You want to slice them really thin
Pickle
and
that.
pickle them. Yeah.
Yeah, pickle
You
them
want to have it with
into
some...
pickle them into a food that's good instead
Yeah.
of cucumbers.
Yeah.
Turn them into something useful.
Because you can eat those with Japanese food whenever you make Japanese food. You should always be having pickled cucumbers with it. It's so
Keep
good.
on storying. Thank you, Silverado.
That was good.
These are some good-ass comments. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you for those. So, if you
You're
want
welcome.
to... if you want information on Storylords, then including looks at the old art for all the old episodes, then you need to head over to storylords.page or storylords.card.co.
Yeah, man. The art used to be so much better on this show. What happened?
Yeah, they got a new artist, and
They really went straight down the fucking toilet when the new guy
that
took over.
Parsnip one made me barf. I puked.
It made me barf nip.
I haven't drawn.
Garbage pail kids.
I haven't drawn anything for fucking ages.
That is
Not even a bath, you smelly bitch.
Oh, he fucking zinged you, dude.
I don't bathe. I only shower.
No, that's gross. Bathing is gross.
Yes,
You
butt soup.
souping
I don't
yourself.
I don't want to make butt
Unless
soup.
you shower, bath, shower. That's the best way to do it.
Jesus. Well, this dude's fucking data centering in his own home, sucking up all the water.
Hey, it's my water. Fuck you.
I forgot what I was gonna fucking say, but it doesn't matter. Go to the Storylords website. It's good.
Yeah.
Drawings. You were talking about drawings.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Doing art for the shows is a really great excuse to make yourself draw.
Yeah.
But it's also a really bad time when you forgot and you have to do it the night before, like I do every time.
It's
How do you find out about editing the show and how often I forget to do that?
I
Why you-
wouldn't be able to tell.
what I used to love about doing the art was it's a, especially for this show, it's a really good excuse to practice different sorts of art that you
Yeah.
might not have done or you might not get the chance to do very often.
I would just practice titty drawing.
Rich did some of that. I haven't done any
Boobs
titty
and
drawings
orbs.
yet.
Yeah, I did one for what was it? Dicks and Dominatrixes. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I
one
did,
too, 'cause I jacked off to it.
I did a drawing of a mime. She was like a standard lady mime. You couldn't even see the tits or anything, and people were like, "Oh, she's so hot," and I was like, "Oh, all right, cool."
I told you,
like
people like mimes. They really do. Right.
I'm not saying I wouldn't fuck a sexy mime. All right.
It's the dicks they pretend to suck that really get me.
They're really good with their hands as well.
I'm more about a clown girl grabbing it and going honk honk. You know,
As long as she doesn't twist it into a dog. Like a balloon.
twist it into a balloon animal puppy.
Man. Puppetry of the penis.
I'm going to now hand over to Reese's so that he can read the names.
That's me,
still-
Reese's the Wise.
No, it isn't. I'm still getting over the red wizard Reese's dying. I don't know if I can do this.
Sorry, I know you were roomies in Wizard Jail.
Yeah. He dropped the soap
Whoa.
Oh,
on
what
purpose.
that's
a
fine.
roommate to have, yeah. You must love that.
It's beneficial for both of us. Send me the names, other guy.
I will.
Hello, everyone. Yes, good. It's good to be back. I have some new names to read this week. I apparently have been falling behind on my post-it scroll. It's all wrong, apparently. So Rich was nice enough to give me the names of all of the patrons who were going to read all their names right away. And then next week we'll make dumb things up again. We have Jonathan Anderson, the concubine of Lord Stephen, Josh Henderson, number 69. I'm just John. I think they're both named John? Oh, that's helpful. Sean Tabor, Malanite, Federico Rodriguez, Haptic, he's new, Mike Terry, who was kind enough to message us on Patreon, and I got your message, Mike, so this goes for everyone else who I'm going to read their new names, so thank you very much. Hooch Sasquadamus, I'd like to meet that guy. Werewolf Bar Mitzvah, Gordon Ream, Neil Williams, Granola Daniels, Jake Anderson, there's another one! Squid Ludwig, Anthony Stoker, Chris Balso, Rita Kemp, Pez King, and of course, Ratty IRL. Alright, next week you guys are you're gonna be indoctrinated into the Reese's Whiz Kids. Here's a sticker. It's Scratch and Sniff. This one smells like barley.
I love how he plays it off like Reese's didn't remember Rich's name and not Josh, Rich's friend.
Do you know how many times I say the wrong name in a day? It's crazy.
Sundowning.
I'm getting a little sleepy. You guys sleepy?
Yeah, I'm always sleepy.
It's 3:55 p.m. I'm getting sleepy.
Time for nappies.
If you loved the music that comes along with this show, the music that we had to produce a show so that we could give to you, then you need to head over to vidazen.card.co and check out Greg's information there. Basically, it's got everything there. It's got his social security number and all the money he's made for his pension, his 401k. It's just right there.
401k is in there?
Yeah, you got to check it out. Greg, check it out before someone takes it. But thank you.
It is just a little introduction to him and then links to where you can listen to the music.
Yes.
But whatever gets you the fuck over there,
Yeah.
Get off up your fucking ass and go to vidazen.card.co.
Damn.
There's a picture of some boobies over there.
What?
You gotta
Sweet
do the Konami
boobies.
code when you open it.
And that is it from us. So next week... Shit, I didn't even write down the prompts again. What were they?
Tricks
Don't tell
and
him.
crushes.
Don't tell him.
Oh my
Tricks
god.
and crushes.
This fucking
Excellent.
guy.
I do the wheel. I don't write the things. That's for you guys to remember.
I do the wheel, he says.
Right. As always, thank you for supporting us and listening to the show. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we do. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Love you. Bye.
Bye.